Hello, Lee here with MakeNoiseMusic.com. In this video, I'll demonstrate how to patch the Make Noise System 0 to play like a traditional monosynth using a keyboard such as the Keith McMillan QuNexus controller. We'll build off the concepts discussed in the previous video, an introduction to the System 0. If you haven't seen it, you may want to go back and watch it first. First, we'll patch from the Optimix's sum output to the Rosie's Control A input. Now let's patch the DPO's final output to the Optimix's channel 1 signal input with its control knob turned up. We aren't hearing anything yet because the fold knob on the DPO is turned all the way counterclockwise. At this position, there is no sound. As the fold knob increases, the waveform is folded and harmonics are added to the perceived pitch called the fundamental frequency. This sounds very similar to a low-pass filter opening, but technically it's the opposite, as a filter actually removes frequencies from a harmonically rich, buzzy waveform like a saw or square wave. The fold circuit, on the other hand, adds frequencies to a simple waveform, VCOB's sine wave. The keyboard I'm using is capable of sending multiple control voltages and gates for use within a modular synthesizer. Any keyboard that can send gates in CV will work, however we've created a preset specifically for the Keith McMillan QuNexus that can be downloaded from the link in the description. Patching from the keyboard's gate output to the mass channel 1 signal input will create an envelope we can use to open the VCA via the Optimix's channel 1 control input. This will create what is called an ASR envelope, allowing independent control of attack time with the rise knob, sustain time by holding down a key or pad, and release time with the fall knob setting. The keyboard's pitch CV can be used to control the frequency of the oscillator. Patch the pitch CV to the DPO's VCOB volt per octave input. As demonstrated in the first video, manipulating the shape, angle, and fold circuits will affect the sound. The QuNexus is also capable of sending two other control voltage outputs, pressure and tilt. Let's use the pressure output to modulate the DPO's fold circuit. If your keyboard does not have these additional outputs, you can always cycle mass channel 4 and use its output as a modulation source. Next, let's stack VCOA on top of VCOB so that we are hearing both oscillators at once. Patch from VCOA's saw output to the Optimix's channel 2 signal input with its control knob turned up. We'll want to use the same envelope to control both VCAs at once. To do this, patch from the mass channel 1 output to the Optimix's channel 2 control input. Pressing the button on the DPO twice will phase synchronize VCOA to VCOB, immediately bringing it into tune. Now the frequency of VCOA will track with changes to VCOB's frequency. Let's hear what that sounds like with VCOA's sine wave instead of its saw wave. Thanks for watching. For more information, visit MakeNoiseMusic.com.